So these are all just sleep fields here. The first time I ever played this room, I was thinking about trying to dispel them. But it's actually kind of funny trying to get your party through all of them. Alright, let's start the ridiculousness, where everybody just kind of lies down and has fun in the sleep fields. There we go, we got the chest at least. Now we can rest easy. My puns are so bad today, I'm sorry. Okay, we made it. To the other side. Now this brings us back up to level 6. Probably a different area than what we were previously in. And now would be a good time to check our map again and see what is happening. Alright, so there's 2 sets of steps here. A battle room at the top. So let's go to the staircase just north of us first. And we can go through this weird door that goes to nowhere, just for fun. And this is a dead end, so it doesn't go anywhere at all. Now, upward past the squiddy is a battle room, which we might as well go take a look at. And it's full of lava lizards and tons of treasure. So one of the only benefits to going to these dead-end battle rooms is really for the treasure itself. We might as well. And try not to die in here. These lava lizards can be quite fearsome. We've seen them on the map. They chase us and they throw those big energy balls at us to try to teach us a lesson. And their lesson is often heard loud and clear, which is, I want to kill you. But yeah, what I'm going to do is send everybody else back out. Except for Hun, I guess, and then we can go and traverse these lava fields. Okay, so another thing I just wanted to touch upon briefly was something that I didn't know until I streamed this part. And there's another spell called Energy Field that you can use to create an energy field. So it can be a sleep field or a poison field or whatever you want. And you can actually put it over one of these little lava fields. But there's actually a spelling error on the back of the map. So if you look at Dispel, Dispel uses reagents A, C, and F. And it also says Energy Field uses reagents A, C, and F. But it's supposed to be A, D, and F. As I was told by one of my lovely stream viewers, Nostalgic26, garlic is supposed to help ward things off, which is reagent C, whereas spider silk is supposed to help to bind things. So if you think about putting down an energy field, you have to kind of like build it up or bind it all together. So energy field should technically be A, D, and F. So I just wanted to show you guys that for fun since we're here, because why not? Alright, so we got all that nice treasure. And we're going to pass these dead-end stairs. And I guess the only place left to go is into these falling rocks and probably pit traps towards the other set of steps on this floor instead. So we'll kill this troll first. So it's like every other square seems to be some kind of damage inducing square, whether it's a pit trap or falling rocks or whatever. I'm just keeping an eye on Katrina down there to make sure that she's not gonna die. She has way lower HP than everybody else. Okay. Get our light spell here. So we're on the 7th floor. Let's have a look with a gem here. Aha! So in the bottom left corner of this floor, you can see there's an altar, which likely contains the stone for this specific dungeon. So let's actually just scroll down here for a second and scroll back over. So the Dungeon Deceit, holds the blue stone. So technically that's where we should be heading next, is down before we go up. But there's winds here. So let's just head south for a little while. It's also good to not cast a spell on a falling rocks square because you can just end up hurting yourself some more. And again, I'm just watching Katrina. We gotta heal her before we go anywhere else. And again, not the best plan, but what are you gonna do? If we had cast Dispel, we would have been in trouble because she would have died there. So let's get Dispel. There we go. One more hit with these falling rocks for the moment. 2 more hits with these falling rocks. Okay, so now I guess all we can really do is make our way to the corner. So let's dispel the heck out of these fields. MP too low. Uh-oh. And these are just sleep spells, so we can just walk through those. Okay, let's step onto this altar here. We're gonna search it. And there we go. We found the blue stone. Nice. Okay, so everybody is sleeping. Now before we continue here, let's just cast Heal on Katrina before we endeavor back through these falling rocks again. Everybody else is doing all right. So we got some more winds here. Gosh, they make these floors so tricky. So we're blocked right now. I think we're up in line with the steps. We've accidentally taken steps. Okay, so we've gone east of where all of those terrible winds were. Let's try casting light again. There we go. Alright, so I forget what is up here. So we've got battle rooms and 2 sets of steps. Now technically we could just leave. We've gotten the stone, which is the most important part, but I just want to get down to the altar room below us, just to take a look at which different spots are actually adjoining, like which other altars or which other dungeons are adjoining the one that we're currently in. And plus, there's treasure here. I think it's pretty safe to say that we're filthy rich after this specific area, wouldn't you say? Alright, so there's a set of steps here. It's past a Reaper fight, so we might as well engage with this and see how it goes. And we can check that set of steps there and see where that might venture us off to. I'm pretty sure it'll take us down to the 8th floor. It's just a question of where on the 8th floor. And we can use some magic here. Okay, so this is our 8th floor. I don't think I really want to fight this fight, so I think we're gonna leave. This is back up to level 7. Where are we going right now? Toward an altar room, I'm sure. What is this door? Where are we going? I think we must be getting close. Oh, we just went around in a big circle. Because we're back to that chest that we didn't get by the squiddy. Well, then where's the altar room? Oh, probably this way, the way that we didn't want to go. Okay, so let's go and get these treasure chests quickly before we go. Oh no, the bridge is out. Yeah, we definitely... crap. Oh, there's a hidden wall here. Okay, thank goodness, because that certainly would have been a game stopper. Alright. Only a couple of little spots left on this 8th floor. We must be getting close to that altar room. I know I've said that before. And I might have been lying back then by accident to you, but I promise I didn't mean to. Oh dear, we're into pits. We're gonna heal Katrina. Oh my gosh, I hope we don't die here. We're all getting pretty low in HP. We can do it. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my goodness, look at this little party that's in here. Alright, Mariah. Cast your tremor. Well, that was super satisfying. We got rid of a lot of those guys in one fell swoop. Even a squiddy. Amazing. This is another one of those, everybody must travel single file to get around it. I'm not complaining. There are worse things in this game than having to maneuver people around. Okay, Julia's been having a little snooze there. Or Dupree. Oops, that's not Julia at all. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh no, more of this. Magic. Heal Katrina. Wow, everybody's getting so low in health here. Hopefully we're off of those squares now. There's a lot of traps in this dungeon. Like in terms of falling rocks and pits and all of that. And lots of energy fields and things. I'm noticing that some dungeons are quite a bit more involved in that way than others, right? Like some of them have lots of secret rooms, some of them have lots of squiddies, some of them have lots of fields and other challenges, but no two dungeons seem to be alike so far, which I think is pretty cool. Keeps us on our toes. One day Katrina might actually kill something. Nope. Not today. Aw, so close. Okay. Oh no, I didn't want to enter into this fight. I was just gonna say, we definitely don't want to go the way of the squiddies. And here we are. Okay, let's cast Tremor here. And it didn't do very much at all. Oh my gosh, I hope we don't die. Okay, Mariah, do it. As soon as we get back to Mariah, we're doing another round of that. If we can. Yeah, there we go. Wow. She's definitely our strongest magic user, so you would hope that her power would actually come through for us, but apparently not today. Alright, at least we didn't end up getting killed. On the bright side. But we are going to go this way now. Far, far away from you, other squiddy. Ah, we're into the Room of Truth. So this is the Truth Altar. And based on what we know about these rooms is that each one will give us one of 3 parts of a key. And to get the key, we have to insert the proper stones onto the altar. And right now, we don't really know which stones go in which altar, but a clue may come from which different types of virtues are connected to this one, which is my best guess. So let's see what's connected. So we came from Dungeon Deceit. Let's see what is off to the left of us here. Alright, so that's Dungeon Wrong. So Deceit and Wrong. And the opposite of wrong is right. Justice, maybe? Okay, let's see what is self. So we have deceit and wrong. I have a feeling this is going to be Hythloth. Yep. So deceit, wrong, and Hythloth. And then we'll check what's on the right. And shame. So deceit, wrong, Hythloth, and shame are all interconnected. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. Now, I think what we can do is head back into Dungeon Deceit, which was just up, and we can cast Exit and go back to the surface. So that was a pretty successful run. We ended up getting the blue stone. We leveled up some of our characters in in intelligence. We made a buttload of money. We're sitting at 7,500 gold pieces, which means that pretty soon we're going to be able to get some magical bows, which is going to be a fantastic. Alright, so let's cast Exit. Okay, back to the surface we are. And before we do anything else, we're not even going to move a single step. We're going to save our game because we would not want the terribleness of getting sunk at sea to befall us. So I think what I'm going to do now is head back to Castle Britannia, talk with Lord British, and see where we're sitting in terms of levels. I'm pretty sure that people must have leveled up by now. So let's go and do that, and after that, we might go look for some more dungeons. Okay, so we had a relatively uneventful sailing back here. I'm shocked and appalled mostly at how different a sail can be, depending on, I guess, the game's choices. But yeah, let's go and see Lord British here. Welcome, Hun, and thy worthy adventurers. So Mariah is now at level 6. Very nice. And let's get some free healing. Great. Holy smokes, look at Mariah's MP now. She has 90 magic points. Fantastic. Those increases in dexterity for her were a good plan. While we're here, though, let's go and talk with our good friend Hawkwind. Alright, so what have we got here? We got our elevation in sacrifice, so we can change that to orange. So we have spirituality and honesty left in terms of asking to see if we can go for elevation. So let's see. Honesty, no, not quite yet. Continued honesty will reward thee. And let's see for spirituality. Nope, not quite yet. Alright, well, it was a good try. Hopefully, we'll get there. Okay, well, now that we have healed up, I guess our best bet would be to go off to Buccaneer's Den and go do some purchasing of some magical bows so we can go back in our boat and sail away. Alright, so we have gotten here relatively unscathed. And we're going to head in now and go back to the weapon shop. Now, the reason why we want magic bows is because I mentioned earlier that two of our characters right now, mainly Jeffrey and Jana, are actually still just using regular bows. So it's not a problem, but because they're in the back row, it makes it kind of hard for them to connect with a lot of their shots, and I think that they would have an easier time leveling up if they were equipped with either a crossbow, which in the case of Jeffrey being a fighter will need because he can't use a magical bow, or having a magical bow to help to lengthen that shot for them. So I think we can afford 3 magical bows. I don't know if it's a good idea to buy 3 magical bows, but a total of, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 party members can potentially use a magical bow. And again, that's excluding our mages, our fighters, and our shepherds. So, I think for the time being, maybe we could get 2 magical bows and see what happens from there. So let's talk to the arms dealer. Welcome to Hook's Arms. I always think that that's like Hooks for Arms instead of Captain Hook's Arms, but anyways. We are going to buy magic bows. So it says, a magical bow will keep thy enemies far away or dead. A must for 2,000 gold pieces. Alright, so we're going to get 2. A fine choice. Great. So we won't get anything else for now. And let's go down to some of these weapons. So first of all, I'm going to equip 1 on Janna, and the reason I'm not giving it to my other characters is because they're already much higher level, and so they're already doing more damage with their crossbow. Janna, by giving her a magical bow, it'll bring her attack a little bit closer to the rest of the party, even though she's at a lower level, I think. So we'll give her a magical bow. And then the other person we might consider giving a magical bow to is maybe, because Jeffrey can't use one, neither can Katrina or Mariah. So next in line would be Shimino. So maybe we can give one to him. And we'll give him the magic bow. Now that leaves a crossbow for Jeffrey. So we'll switch his to a crossbow. Perfect. Now, the other thing that I was considering doing was switching places of Katrina and Mariah. If you recall, a long while back, when Mariah could only use a sling before we cashed in on 5 grand, I had Mariah in the position that she's in, which puts her right behind Hun in the order. And that would allow her to be a little bit closer to potentially connect when she had a shorter range weapon. So I think maybe we can switch their places. So I think we do that in camp in new order. And we're going to exchange the 2 of them. So that will make Katrina slightly more vulnerable, but she's still behind at least 1 lead character, which means it's unlikely that she's going to be getting hit a lot. But it'll at least give her a chance to be able to maybe hit some stuff and have some slight chance of leveling up. So, as it stands, this is what we've got now. So we have Hun with a regular crossbow, Dupree with a crossbow, Julia with a crossbow, Shimino has a magic bow, Katrina has her trusty sling, Jeffrey has his crossbow, and Janna has her magic bow, and Mariah has the magic wand, which is super cool, but they cost like 5,000 gold pieces, so not every character can use them either. Alright, so I've just sailed back up north from Buccaneer's Den, and I think our next best thing to do might be to head up and wrap around to the northern side of this giant continent that we're on. There are actually a lot of areas up there that we've barely even looked at on foot, never mind by boat. So we can try that out and see what happens. There's lots of bays and little mountainous regions along shorelines that may yield something fun. So I think what we might do before we endeavor on that particular quest is maybe try to head back over to Moonglow, stock up on some reagents first, buy some more food, and then potentially head out and do that. So I'm going to do those things, and I will see you when I am ready to head up north.